Hi everyone, we are here to go over Eureka Grade 4, Module 5, Lesson 17, or specifically what our community goes over on April 27th. So we're going to go ahead and go through some practice problems, and these are specifically relating to adding and subtracting fractions with the same unit. Okay, so let's start with addition. If I have 3/4 plus 2/4, now, it's important to remember that just like in addition and subtraction of integers, I need to make sure that I'm working with my same unit and that I'm only working within that unit. So for example, if I have 56 plus 23, I'm going to add my 6 ones and my 3 ones together. I'm not going to add my 5 tens and my 3 ones because those are in different units. So that's why we would get 79. So just like with that, the first thing that I need to do whenever I'm adding and subtracting fractions is to make sure I'm working with my same unit, and I am. These are both fourths. All right, so if I have 3/4 and then I have 2/4 together, that's going to be 5/4. I'm not adding my units because I'm just working within that unit. If I have 1 10 and 2 10s together, that's going to be 3 10s. It's not going to be 3 20s because I'm not going to add my unit. And that's why I would get, again, that 3 10s or that 30 versus that 3 20s or 60. All right, so now that we've added these together, I can tell that this is an improper fraction because my numerator is greater than my denominator. So let's go ahead and change this or rename this, as a mixed number. So I know that 4/4 is the same as 1 whole because when my numerator is the same as my denominator, that shows that I have that whole. 4 plus what would give me 5, and that would be 1. So 3/4 plus 2/4 is the same as 5/4, or the same as 1 and 1/4. All right, let's go ahead and try another one. We'll do one more addition before we move to subtraction. Our next addition one we're going to do is 6/8 plus 5/8. All right, so I am all set because I do have a similar unit. These are both in eighths, so I'm just going to go ahead and add the amount of pieces I have. I have 6/8 and 5/8. So together that would give me 11/8. Once again, I have an improper fraction because my numerator is greater than my denominator, so I'm going to pull out 1 whole. In terms of eighths, that would be 8/8. How many eighths do I have left over? Well, 8 plus 3 would give me 11. So this would be the same as 1 and 3/8. All right, so now that we've looked at addition, let's go ahead and switch gears to our subtraction. Let's start with just subtracting from a whole. So if I have 1 take away 2/5, the first thing that I notice is that I'm not working with the same unit, and that's a problem. I have 1 whole, and then I'm working with fifths. So I need to make sure that I'm working with that same unit. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this 1 in terms of fifths. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me move me up here. I'm going to go ahead and do that in a different color so that we can see that. I know that 1 whole is the same as 5/5. So now I have 5/5, take away 2/5, which would give me that 3/5. So now let's apply that renaming to another scenario, or another problem, Let's switch back to that blue. All right, so I have 1, there we go. I have 1 and 3/6. So now I'm starting with a mixed number, and I'm going to take away 5/6. All right, so I do have kind of similar units because I do have 6th in my mixed number and I have 6th here, but right now I have 3/6, so I wouldn't have enough to take away 5/6 because I'm trying to take away a greater number. So I need to go ahead and convert this and get some new, or not some new 6, but rename it so that it's entirely within 6 so that I have enough in my total. So I know that this 1 whole is the same as 6/6. So this is the same as 6/6, and then I still have this 3/6 because it is important to keep both parts of our mixed number. So together, 6/6 and 3/6 together would give me 9/6. So 1 and 3/6 is the same as 1 and 9/6. Or excuse me, 1 and 3/6 is the same as 9/6. So we can then go ahead and rewrite this as 9/6, because again, we've decomposed that 1 and 3/6 into 9/6. Take away 5/6. And now that we have checked off all of our boxes in terms of being able to subtract, let's go ahead and do that. 9 take away 5 would give me 4, and my unit is 6. Let's go ahead and do one more like that before we wrap up our pre-recorded time together. And the last one we're going to do is 1 and 3/8 take away 7/8. So again, I noticed that I have the same unit, but that it's not enough at this point in where we are in 4th grade in order to subtract. So let's go ahead and decompose or rename this. That 1 whole is the same as 8/8. So this is the same as 8/8 and that 3/8. 8/8 and 3/8 together would give me that 11/8. Because 8 plus 3 is 11, and I'm using eighths, excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead and rewrite this equation with how we've renamed it. We have 11/8 take away 7/8. I now have my similar unit. 11 take away 7 is 4, and my unit is 8. And that was a quick review again of Eureka Grade 4, Module 5, Lesson 17. I hope that this helps you complete your practice activity, and as always, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.